is Scott Logan.
Yeah, it is Rick.
Is this Richard Levitt?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, I appreciate your calling. Why'd you decide to give us a ring?
I don't know. I just, we're running down to the end, so I figured, my basic experience has been negative with you guys.
With the media in general.
Yeah, like for example, the wire you picked up yesterday or whatever it is. I had to talk with that reporter for at least 10 minutes talking about the lie detector and stuff like that, but yet when you reported it said that I was asked what I thought about next Tuesday coming up, and all I said was I'm just tired of all the games.
Well, wasn't that what you told her?
Yeah, but that's what I said. That was only a 2-second bite out of a 10, 15-minute interview.
Well, they didn't make us privy to everything that you said.
Right.
We did have the interview with your mother.
Right.
But
this call is being recorded.
If you want to go ahead and give us your thoughts on what's coming up.
Go ahead, and my thoughts are, I was convicted 27 and a half years ago, 26 and a half years ago, and that was easy for him to do, and to try to get stuff turned around is impossible. I mean, I've done everything I possibly can. 2 weeks before the trial, I took a lie detector test, and I passed it. We couldn't find the files on it, so we decided to try to take another test to put in front of the parole commission for clemency, and I passed it with, I don't know if you'd read the reports or not, but with the marks that are so high that it would be like if you were pulled off the street and asked whether you did this and this and this, and you answered no, my answers were the same as yours has been as far as the high marks go, unless of course you were the one that did it.
So you did not kill?
No, I did not.
Janet,
I did not kill. I was not there. I did not mutilate or anything else to Ned Elch.
How did your blood get there?
A week before. I had a nosebleed a week before, and during that, I was hiding in the room because her and her roommate was breaking up, and I didn't want the roommate to know I was there because I had went over and warned Annette that the roommate was going to set her up for DUI. So I hid in the bedroom. She told me to go hide in that room because it's the only room that the roommate wouldn't go into to remove some of her clothing and stuff. So I hid there, had a nosebleed, and there we go.
But didn't you go into the emergency room later that day with a cut to your hand?
Yeah, I went to the emergency room yet. No, it was a week later. My nosebleed was on July 10th, Tuesday.
Well, how would you respond to? What would you say to people who might say that that's pretty hard to believe, that seems like quite a coincidence?
Well, we've got, for some reason, my attorneys didn't call the forensic specialist out of California named Edward Blake that we had. That he was the teacher of the state's forensic person, and the forensic guy in California, ours, would have also said, as far as the blood in the room goes, that, for example, a pillowcase that had only her blood on it appears to have been diluted with water, which is exactly what's going to happen if you're dying when your waterbed's punctured. My blood on the other pillow had not been diluted with water, which reinforces what I said. My blood was there on that pillowcase a week before and dried. But my attorneys, for whatever reason, I had Hope Falls attorneys, Kohler and them, chose not to.
How are you preparing for Tuesday? Barring any last legal challenge.
I'm prepared for Tuesday. I mean, I've been waiting for an outcome for 26 and a half years. When it starts coming down the pipe like this, and I see that the court systems don't want to change things after they've been convicted and stuff, and now I see a parole commission that obviously doesn't care in justice, because if they cared anything about justice, just passing a lie detector test would say, hey, we don't want to kill a person that might be innocent. but I've made my peace with God. I know where I'm going. But I hope you put this out there. I just hope that if they execute me, even though I've passed that lie detector test with
This call is being recorded.
as high marks as I did, I hope the people of Idaho, who I am dying in the name of, can sleep a lot better at night knowing that since that lie detector test is only 95% accurate, that there was only a 95% chance or 97% chance that they're killing an innocent person, not 100%. Because if they can sleep better at night knowing that, because after all, I passed the lie detector test, but it's only 95 to 97% accurate. So if it happens, it happens. So I'm not afraid to die, and like I said, I've made my peace with God. I'm ready.
What went through your mind when Paul Rhodes was executed, knowing that you...
Well, Paul Rhodes, me and Paul Rhodes was close. He was my next door neighbor for the past 7 years, 10 years. Plus that, we was out in population together. I thought it sucked.
So how do you plan to spend the remainder of the time until Tuesday?
Visiting family. It's about all I can do. So.
Are you angry?
I just had some
bitter?
Pardon me?
Are you angry? Are you bitter? You claim you're an innocent man.
Yeah, well, what more can I do? I mean, maybe it's because I have made my peace with God, and in doing so, by me being angry and bitter and wishing evil things on other people is just going to reflect negative on me when I come and stand before God. So see, I'm to the point where I can only do so much to show my innocence. You or anybody else, tell me, what else can I do to show you that I did not do it besides take the most sophisticated lie detector test there is? What else can I do? The courts won't give us a chance to do any other stuff just because of stuff like, oh, my first appellant attorney didn't bring something up in 42 days, so therefore these attorneys I have now, when they bring something up, the court dismisses it for cause because it wasn't brought up then, even though it would be good issues.
Are you hopeful that there will be some last-minute stay of execution, or do you think you will finally be executed on Tuesday?
Well, right now, I got one thing sitting in front of the Ninth Circuit Court, but I'll be talking to my attorneys at 6 o'clock, because then the courts in California should be closed, and they should have an answer by then. If nothing happens there, nothing's happening, because the Clemency Board has already said they won't even give me a hearing, so that's where we're at. Go ahead.
Any thoughts on last words?
I don't plan on saying anything. There's really nothing to say. I mean, I'm sitting here telling you right now, I am about to be executed for a crime I did not commit, but I'm hoping that since I passed the lie detector test, maybe if I do get executed, maybe the citizens of Idaho will wake up a little bit and take a look and say, shouldn't this person at least have been given clemency and life without parole, not let out of prison, given life without parole, to where maybe he could have proved his innocence? Maybe that will work towards somebody else if
this call is being recorded.
If they can pass the lie detector test.
Okay.
But I mean, see, like I said, there's nothing else I can do to show you or to prove to you that I didn't do it, but to say I didn't do it, and then say, here's the lie detector test. The doctor could explain to you, I mean, he told me over and over that day there was no way I was going to beat the test, that the way the advancements are, that if I was planning on at all giving any falsehoods, that don't even try it, because he was recording me and taping me on camera and everything else. So I said, let's go. So I passed it 26 and a half years ago with the old style, and I passed the most updated one now, both with high marks, that out of 1,000 it was a 9.27, and an average truthful answer would be .700. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your calling and sharing your thoughts with us.
You're the only, as far as this side of the state goes, you're the only person I'm calling. I really plan on calling right now, so I hope you don't do me wrong, because, you know, I'm dying on whatever you say. That's going to be what is said about me till just before I die. So.
Well, I
hope it's not negative.
You're saying you're an innocent man. I've been selected as a media witness, so I will be there should it happen on Tuesday.
Well, it'll probably happen, so.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Levitt, for your phone call.
You're welcome, and thank you for your time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.